Hey everybody, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Callie. This is my channel. It's usually really random, but today we're going to be doing the weekly blind spot. So this is going to be something new I'm starting. Each week I'm going to draw a blind spot card, and this card is going to, help us think of this blind spot in the week, all right? This is the blind spot Oracle deck by Teal Swan. So basically it's a deck full of different sigils meant to help us focus our intentions on a certain blind spot or, something that we're not seeing or, something basically we just aren't aware of or aren't seeing, but that's causing us some type of harm, holding us back, restriction, or anything like that. So I'm going to be doing the weekly blind spot. And yeah, so I'm going to get started. I do first want to say, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because if this reading is something that interested you, I'm going to be doing them weekly, and you definitely don't want to miss it. All right, so I drew Sigil 21, and as you can see, it is an interesting sigil. I mean, it's very abstract, and so you can really make of it anything you want. I'm going to go ahead and go over what this sigil means. This is the card of isolation. So this week's blind spot that we want to focus on is self-isolation. I truly believe that people who, find this channel and are here right now are meant to be here. And I don't know about you guys, but this is something I definitely do a lot. So if we have drawn this sigil, it means we are isolating ourselves. And either we're telling ourselves that we are not, or we're telling ourselves that we need to go at it alone when we do not. All right, so are you self-isolating? If you are, you probably have all kinds of very understandable reasons why you are isolating. People don't just isolate for no reason, but this isolation is not benefiting you, and it's not making the situation at hand, if there is one. Oh, it is making the situation at hand impossible. You may not be asking for help, not accepting help, not communicating with others, not including others in your decisions, feeling you need to do things on your own, and avoiding people. In the spiritual community, we call this standalone mode. No matter what the case may be, the situation at hand cannot be solved if you continue doing this. So I do want to also mention that maybe if you have something going on, obviously a situation going on, that the answer to that could be this isolation, whether it be on a mental, emotional, or even physical level. So you have to ask yourself honestly, how and why am I self-isolating? There's a common belief that people hold that happiness and love. There is a common belief that people hold that happiness and love should come from within and should never be dependent on what anyone else does or does not do. It tells you that your well-being is not anyone else's responsibility, it's your responsibility. It tells you that every person needs to look after himself or herself, and that we need to learn to distance ourselves emotionally from others so that we can remain undisturbed by other people. This modality teaches us that if we can't keep an even keel, remain emotionally detached, and be completely independently happy, something is wrong with us, and we are enmeshed with others or labeled codependent. All forms of dependency are seen as a deficiency. The need for other people is seen as an addiction to other people. Following this belief, one begins to build a belief and a model of the world that is lonely and separated. When it seems like the message that the universe is giving you is that you can only rely on yourself and that you cannot have your needs met by others, remind yourself that this is not the universe's message or intention. It is simply the reflection of the fear and or possibly early life experiences that you are alone and that your needs cannot be met by others, that the weight of the world is on your shoulders alone. It is simply the reflection of your resistance to yourself, your resistance to the truth of how you feel, and your self-distrust. The reality is that you belong to a group species. Connection is a more important human need than even food or water. Otherwise, people who lose loved ones would not enter periods of grief when they feel no need for food. Loss of connection would not so often make people feel to thrive. We live in an interdependent universe where everything in existence is intrinsically linked and connected. But we have projected forth into the physical dimension where our individual perspectives are creating our little subjective realities. We are all dependent on other things. We are not self-sufficient. We depend on the food we eat. We are dependent on the air we breathe. And we are dependent on one another. We need one another. There's nothing wrong with this. So if this sigil has come, you have to stop isolating yourself. Involve other people in you and in the situation at hand. Instead of looking at the world in ways that isolate you, such as how people don't understand you and how you are different from them, look at the world in ways that connect you, such as how people do understand you and the ways in which you are the same as others. Hey everyone, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I want to quickly, talk about my own experiences with self-isolation and how this card I think is really important, and this blind spot is really important for what's going on in the world today. We have critical race theory, being taught in the schools to our young children, creating more hate, more separation, and more division. When we should be focusing on how we all connect. The past is dark, obviously, the past is really dark, but the future really depends on all of us, cooperating together. And it's true, children don't see the differences. It's the parents and the school systems now that are creating these separations and divisions among us. And so it is better to focus on what makes us connected rather than what separates and divides us, because we are so much more powerful together, especially from and to and against the systems in place to hold us all back. Not just one person, but all of us. So yeah, I am someone who self-isolates all the time, and I think a lot of it comes from my own insecurities and doubts and fears that other people, don't like me, or just they think I'm annoying, or the thoughts that we all have, I'm sure, when dealing with other people. I used to watch these shows, TV shows where people would be together in groups and having friends, and I always wanted that experience in a way. I've never had a lot of friends or had friends, and you may be able to tell, but I think that, there is a deep human need for connection. And that's why, people suffer so much from loneliness. And one of the main fears people have is of being alone. I don't think there's anything wrong with being alone. There's a lot of fun that can be had when you're alone. Lots of things you can do for yourself. But overall, I think that we crave that connection so deeply that when we don't think it's possible, when we don't think we'll find it, we self-isolate and we don't even try. So I really want everyone this week to focus on the good things about other people. Focus on the good things about the people you're around, Focus on the good within yourself. And maybe pick up the phone. I know a lot of people, especially people that I know, they don't want to be the one to pick up the phone. They don't want to be the one to reach out. You know, they're always saying, well, no one calls me, no one messages me, you know, no one thinks about me. And people are busy with their lives. Everyone is doing different things. We all get caught up into the experience or I don't have my phone, but the virtual reality at hand, and you can get lost in that for days. So sometimes it takes somebody to create the bridge of connection, someone to reach out, and why not be you, you know? I don't think there's anything weak about reaching out to other people. I think that shows strength, that you care, and helps them. It picks up their day too, and that joy you bring to others comes back to you tenfold. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll be posting the decks below because it's a cool deck. You know, it's got a bunch of different sigils, and each sigil is something that we need to see, something that we're not seeing, and it is always spot on. So especially, I don't know about you guys. Let me know if you've been feeling isolated or if you've been isolating yourself lately. For me, I definitely have. So this speaks to me. I wasn't even on, you know, I've been doing the daily energy reads, and for 2 days I didn't even get on here because I've gone into self-isolation mode. So just forcing myself to get up here, get on camera, and say hi is a big, you know, feat for me. So I appreciate everyone that's here, everyone that watches my channel. I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Again, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, especially you enjoyed this video because there will be many more like this, all right? So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys next time. I do also want to say, you know, this is going to be coming out on a Sunday. So that Sunday is a good day for self-care and a good day for reaching out and connecting. That's why, you know, there's church on Sunday, because that's the perfect time for people to come together. So, all right, you guys, take care and have a wonderful, wonderful night.